Hello everyone. Yesterday we have discussed about meaning of partnership firm, characteristics and partnership deed and the items which are included in partnership deed. Today now we'll move on another topic regarding methods for preparing partners capital account. That is how we can prepare partners capital account, that we'll learn. Now why we have to prepare capital account? As you have learned that capital information we can write directly in the balance sheet also, as we have seen in the 11th standard. In that format we can record the capital information, but in 11th standard we have seen the sums about only sole proprietorship concern, where there is only one owner. Over here in this partnership firm there are two or more than two partners available. So in that case recording the capital detail directly in the balance sheet will become very lengthy process as well as time consuming, and also it makes balance sheet very lengthy. So instead of that we'll record this partners related information in a separate account. That account is called as capital account. For the partners, whatever number of partners are there, we'll prepare the capital account and accordingly we'll record the partners related transaction with the firm. That is, which are the partners related transaction with the firm, like capital introduction, then additional capital brought in by the partner, drawings by the partner, then interest on capital of partners, interest on drawings of the partners, commission, bonus, remuneration or salary payable to any partner, or divisible profit or loss. Such kind of informations are related with the partner. So that we have to record in the partner's capital account. For that purpose, there are two methods to prepare partner's capital account. The first one is known as fluctuating. See, all the things are available on your screen also. You can see over here, this is the point we are discussing. Okay, and whatever we have discussed or what I am going to discuss, I have already prepared the material for you, so you can see that and you can copy this thing in your classwork book. All of you have to prepare your classwork book where you have to write all these points which I have noted down over here from your textbook. That is important for you, so that I have made a material for you directly and that you have to copy. You can see properly, you can see the points what I have taken over here and what I have wrote over here, so that you have to write directly from your videos, and in your classwork book you have to prepare and you have to record this thing. Okay, yesterday I said 2 pages for the purpose of discussion of that different 3 points, 4 points, so that also you have to copy. Even yesterday I uploaded 2 JPG images also, that is 2 pictures also. If you open that picture, if you try to view that video, you will not get the video. Video is not available like this, it is provided over there, but you have to move below that video. That is, you have to scroll down on your screen, and where below that you will get at the end of the page or at the end of your screen you will get a document. That is a image what I have said. Okay, so that you have to open, and that image is actually this what the material I am preparing and what I am discussing from the material, that is only available. So that you have to copy in your classwork book. Okay, so don't hesitate that the video is not available or video is not proper like that. It is only an image. If you will not get the video, you cannot view the video, then it is you said that it is an image I have shared with you, that you have to see and that you have to copy in your classwork book. Okay, so there are 2 methods for preparing the capital account. This is the first method, fluctuating or flexible or temporary capital account method. Second one is fixed capital account method. We'll move on the first method now, fluctuating capital account method. So you can see the name itself. What is that? Fluctuating. So the method of preparing capital account in which opening balance of capital and closing balance of capital account of partner is different or keeps on fluctuating, then it is said that it is a fluctuating capital account method. So under this method, the transactions regarding partner with the firm are recorded only in one account, that is called partners capital account, that I have prepared. I will show you that also. See, it is available at the top of this page. This is your partners capital account under the first method. In this capital account, I have prepared for amount purpose two column. That is, I have assumed that there are two partners available, partner A and partner B. On both the sides you can see A and B are available. It is only an assumption. There may be 3 partners also available, 4 partners also available, and more than that also available. In our sums, that is in our textbook, there are maximum 3 partners given. So accordingly you can prepare the columns. Okay, this is called combined partners capital account. You can prepare individual capital account also, like partner A's capital account, then below that partner B's capital account, partner C's capital account, like this. But this will also become time consuming, because same details we are going to record twice or thrice like this if you prepare individual capital account. Instead of that, details are same, so we'll keep the amount column separate for all the partners at the same place, so that whichever the partner is applicable for that transaction, we can record only the value. So this is what convenient way and also the easiest way to prepare the capital account. So in the first method, we'll prepare this capital account. Now how we are going to prepare the capital account, which transaction and how we are going to record that transaction, that I will explain you. So for that purpose, first thing, we have to record the balance of capital account. As we all know that capital normally always have credit balance only. In our textbook, the sums available where the capital accounts given are all credit balance, but practically it is not like this. Practically sometimes it may have capital account debit balance also. So we have at present capital accounts credit balance available, so we can say that opening balance of capital account, as it is credit balance, first recorded on the credit side of capital account on 1/4 whatever the date, by balance brought down. I have wrote over there into bracket also opening balance, okay, in column of each partner. If suppose that any partner is having a debit balance of capital, that you can show on the debit side of capital account. I have not mentioned over here because it is always you will get credit balance only, but I will explain you whatever it is possible available. Okay, so on the debit side, if it is debit balance available, you can write date 1/4 and the year, whichever it is given, to balance brought down, that is called debit balance of capital account. Then we have to record now the different transactions. So different transactions like additional capital brought in by the partner. So when any partner brings additional capital, it may be either cash or any asset. So the journal entry we used to write is cash account debit or asset account debit, because cash comes in or asset comes in. So cash account debit, asset account debit, and partner is a giver, so to partners capital account. This is normal journal entry we have. So partners capital account is credited for the additional capital brought, right? So it is shown in the partners capital account credit side on whichever the date, because we don't know on which date the partner is bringing capital at present. So I have not mentioned the date, only I have shown as tick mark, that is the date you have to mention over here. Then it is written over here, see, by additional capital, or you can write by cash account or bank account or asset account, whichever it will be brought in by a partner, and the amount in the partner column, whichever the partner is applicable. Okay, similarly at the end of the year, amount of drawings of each partner will be closed and transferred to capital account. We have learned this thing also in 11th standard in the journal proper. So we are now closing drawings account and we are transferring it to the capital account. So when you close drawings account, we all know this thing that drawings always have debit balance. So when we close drawings account will be given a credit effect and it is transferred to capital account, so capital account will be given a debit effect. So the journal entry for closing the drawings account is partners capital account debit to drawings account. So it is shown in the partners capital account debit side and it is always transferred at the end of the year. So 31st March you have to write the date to drawings account and value in the partners column applicable. Now comes the transaction, that is different adjustments which are to be recorded at the end of the year only. like interest on capital. Yesterday we have discussed that the firm has to pay interest on capital to the partner on his capital invested by him in the firm. So interest on capital for the firm, it is an expenditure. So when you record an expenditure, journal entry expenses and losses are always debited. So interest on capital account is debited. Now we are not going to, that is, firm is not going to pay this amount in cash because it is payable to a partner. So firm is going to adjust it to the partner's capital account. So due to that, the partner's capital will increase because partner is going to receive this income from the firm. So partner's capital will increase. So in that case, the journal entry you can write is interest on capital account debit to partner's capital account. So partner's capital account is credited again. So on the credit side of capital account, you have to write 31st March by interest on capital account amount in the column of each partner. Similarly, interest on drawings, now we have to record as interest on capital is allowed by the firm to the partner. Similarly, firm is going to charge interest on drawings made by the partner. So for the firm, interest on drawings is an income. So incomes and gains are always credited and it is receivable from the partner. So partner becomes a receiver over here. So the journal entry we can write for interest on drawings is partner's capital account debit to interest on drawings account. So it is shown in the partner's capital accounts debit side, 31st March to interest on drawings account, value in the each partner column. Then comes salary, commission, bonus or remuneration payable to a partner. If any partner is working actively in the business, then that partner is entitled to get salary or bonus or remuneration or commission. So if it is to be paid to any partner, this is related to the partner, not related to any employee. Okay, so if any salary or bonus or commission or remuneration is payable to partner, then for the firm it is an expenditure. So expenses are always debited. So salary, bonus, commission or remuneration to partner account debit to, it is payable to partners, so to partners capital account. So it is shown in the partners capital accounts credit side by salary, bonus, commission or remuneration account amount in the partners column. Okay. And the last we have to record divisible profit or divisible loss. At the time only one result can be possible, either it may be a profit available or it may be a loss available. If there is a profit, then it is transferred to the capital account credit side, and if there is a loss, it is transferred to the capital account debit side. How? We'll discuss according to the journal entry also. Like if suppose that there is a profit available in a profit and loss account, over here profit and loss appropriation account, profit we have to transfer. So if there is a profit available in profit and loss appropriation account, then profits always have a credit balance. You all know profits and gains are always credited. So profit always have a credit balance. So if you want to transfer it to capital account, that profit account will be debited and that capital account will be credited where it is to be transferred. So the journal entry to transfer divisible profit to capital account is profit and loss appropriation account debit to partners capital account. So it is shown in the partners capital account credit side by profit and loss appropriation account into bracket divisible profit and amount according to the distribution in the partners column. And if there is a loss available, it is shown on opposite side now, that is on debit side. The journal entry is partners capital account debit to profit and loss appropriation account. So debit side of profit and loss appropriation account to profit and loss appropriation account into bracket divisible loss if any. It is debit side of partners capital account. Okay, and amount according to the distribution. And at the end, after recording all this transaction, we have to close this capital account. Normally in our sums, all the partners capital account will have credit side total more. So this amount first you have to write and that we have to write on both the side, and this amount will get as a difference that I am showing you as question mark. That is called closing balance of capital. This is called credit balance. Why? Because credit side total total is more, so the difference is called as credit balance, and there we have to write over there on last date 31st March to balance carried forward. Into bracket I wrote over there, see, closing balance of capital account, and this will be transferred to the balance sheet. That will be directly recorded in your balance sheet as closing capital. So afterwards we don't have to follow that format as capital plus additional capital plus interest on capital, because that is already recorded over here. So directly you have to record now closing capital, so that will become easy for us and convenient also for us. So that is why the capital account is prepared, and this is the capital account according to first method, which is that fluctuating capital account method. You can see that whatever the opening balance we have recorded, afterwards we have added some amounts over here and we have deducted also some amount, so that the balance we get will not remain same as the opening balance. So that means it goes on fluctuate. That is why it is called as fluctuating capital account method.